Most oversinked kitchen organizers look smart online, but some of them actually make small kitchens worse. They block movement, collect clutter, and waste money. Today, I'll show you which oversinked organizers are actually worth buying and which ones you should avoid. In small apartments, counter space disappears fast. The sink area becomes crowded with dishes, soap, sponges, and tools. Oversinked organizers promise to fix that. But only the right ones truly help. The wrong ones just add stress. Let's break them down by real-life use. If you wash dishes every day, drying space is a constant problem. This two-tier oversinked dish rack moves everything upward: plates, bowls, cups. So water drips straight into the sink, not onto your counter. When it fits properly, this changes your workflow. No towel underneath, no wet counters. Your sink area stays cleaner without extra effort. But this only works if your sink size and faucet height match. If measurements are off, it quickly becomes annoying. Always measure first. This is not a universal fit. Now, if you don't want anything permanent over your sink, the next option is much more flexible. Roll-up drying racks are popular for a reason. You use them when needed, then roll them away. No installation, no visual clutter. They work for drying dishes, rinsing vegetables, or creating temporary prep space. For renters or minimalists, this is one of the safest choices. It won't hold heavy stacks of plates like a fixed rack. But for light daily use, flexibility beats capacity. Drying dishes is only part of the problem. Keeping the sink area organized matters too. Soap bottles, brushes, and sponges often end up scattered around the sink. This expandable shelf keeps everything in one clean line above the sink. It's not dramatic, but it works. Sponges dry faster. Soap stays reachable. The sink instantly looks less chaotic. If your sink always looks messy, but you don't need storage for dishes, this is a simple and effective fix. Next, let's talk about prep space. One of the biggest pain points in tiny kitchens. In small kitchens, counter space disappears when you start cooking. An oversinked cutting board turns unused sink space into prep space instantly. You can chop, rinse, and slide scraps straight into the sink. It feels efficient, especially for quick meals. If your counter feels too small to cook comfortably, this is one of the most practical upgrades you can make. Some people want even more vertical storage above the sink. This type of rack combines drying space with hooks and utensil holders. Everything hangs vertically above the sink for people with very limited cabinet space. This setup keeps tools visible and accessible. Just don't overload it. Too much weight above a small sink can feel crowded instead of helpful. Now let's talk about the smallest items, the ones most people underestimate. This looks basic. Most people ignore it. But if your sponge smells bad after one day, or always sits in dirty water, this fixes that problem. It keeps sponges dry, clean, and off the counter. Small upgrade, surprisingly big impact. Finally, here's the best option for renters. No drill over sink racks use tension or clamp systems. No holes, no damage. You get shelves, hooks, and baskets without committing permanently. Perfect for rental kitchens. If you move often or don't want to drill walls, this is the safest long-term solution. Oversinked organizers won't matter much in large kitchens. But in small spaces, the right one can completely change how your kitchen works. Less clutter, more space, and smoother daily routines. You'll find links to all the organizers mentioned in the description below. If this video helped you avoid buying the wrong one, consider subscribing for more small space kitchen ideas. Thanks for watching.